Round 2 of the NBA playoffs is upon us. What's up, everybody? This is Kerry. In this video, I'm going to give you my best bets and my model picks for round 2, game 1 of the NBA playoffs. I'm also going to give you the model pick for round 1, game 7. We have one more game 7 left that's going to be played tomorrow, May 5th on Sunday. But mostly what we're going to focus on in this video is the new round 2 series. Let's look at how our model has done so far. So far, the model is 21-21 and even 50%. Did bounce back a little bit in game 6, and both of my best bets for the game round 1, game 6, the Pacers and the Magic covering the spreads, both of those bets hit. So I'm pretty happy about that. My best bets are actually better. My best bets on spread bets are 7-3. Now, I have not put that record on my videos yet, but I plan to do so in my future videos. I'm going to show you my model in this video because we have brand new pairings. Two teams that have not played each other yet in the playoffs are getting ready to square off. So that's going to be exciting to see. Here is our model in the Excel spreadsheet. I have the Nuggets here at home versus the Timberwolves. Again, this is Saturday, May 4th. And at home, the Nuggets are 122.3 offensive rating, 112.6 on defense. And the Timberwolves are 118 and 113 respectively. The pace here is slightly less than the league average, which is interesting. According to this model over here on the far right, the spread has the Nuggets at minus 4.2 favorites. The game at 221.8, a score of 113 to 109, and a 67% win probability that the Nuggets will win this game. Now, right below this, I've added the opposite where we have the Timberwolves at home and the Nuggets away. And we see here that the Timberwolves are very strong at home. I don't always pick according to the model, but I do look at data like this. Look right here in the middle. The Timberwolves have a defensive rating of 106.7 at home. That is very strong. Now, of course, we know that they have Rudy Gobert, but there might be other things going on there that might make it difficult. If you look down here at the bottom, this has been pretty evenly split so far between the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. They've each won one at home and one away in the 4-game series during the regular season. So this series might be tight. It might just be the home team winning. Who knows? We'll find out. Now we have the Cavaliers at home on May 5th versus the Magic. This is a lone game 7 series left over from round 1. And the Cavaliers are heavy favorites here at home still. Now all the data on the spreadsheet is updated as of yesterday, May 3rd. So we have updated data. I'm kind of surprised that the Cavaliers are still heavy favorites at home, considering how this series has gone in the last 4 games. They barely pulled one out here on April 30th here. You can see the last home game. They beat the Magic by 1 point. So this game might be closer than we think. But according to the model, it thinks the Cavs are going to be strong favorites at home. Okay, so this one is the Knicks at home versus the Pacers. This is on Monday, round 2, game 1 at Madison Square Garden. And we look at this here, the Pacers, even though they have a very prolific offense, their defense is just as bad. It's one of the worst defenses in the league, especially away. Now, looking at this down here at the bottom, the Pacers beat the Knicks at home back in February by 4 points. As we saw in the Milwaukee series in round 1, the Pacers actually give up a lot of points. So with a minus 6.9 predicted spread on this game, according to the model, and the Knicks being a 6-point favorite, according to the sports books, I'm going to pick the Knicks to cover the spread simply because I feel like the defense of the Pacers is not going to be able to contain them at home in the Garden. Now, this one's a little bit of a shocker to me. The Thunder at home versus the Mavericks. Look how strong the Thunder are at home. 122.5 offensive rating, 109.5 defensive rating, both above average in both cases. They are 11.8 favorites, according to this model, and 89% chance of winning this game. Now, Dallas just came off a series with the Clippers that went 6 games. The Thunder have been resting for a little bit. And if you look at the series down here at the bottom, if you look at the season series so far, Thunder have beaten the Mavs 3 out of 4 games. And when they're at home, they beat them by 7 and 49. Now, again, they did not have Luka in a couple of those games, or they didn't have Kyrie, or one or the other. So we didn't see exactly the same team that we're going to see in this series. But I still think the Thunder are going to be heavy favorites. And since the sportsbooks have them at 3-point favorites, I'm definitely going to take the Thunder to cover that spread. And that's my second best bet. Let's look at the spreads now for each of these games according to the sportsbooks. So here are the spread lines for Saturday, May 4th. We have the Denver Nuggets at home, minus 4.5 against the Timberwolves. This is going to be played on Saturday, the 7 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we have the Cavaliers at home against the Magic. They're 3.5-point favorites. That's on Sunday, May 5th. Then on Monday, May 6th, we have the New York Knicks at home versus the Pacers. And the Knicks are 6 to 6.5-point favorites in that game. And then finally, Monday night, we have the Thunder at home against the Mavericks. And the Thunder are 3 to 3.5-point favorites in that game. So a quick recap of what we just saw on that spreadsheet. The Nuggets at home tonight, Saturday, May 4th, are 4.5-point favorites, but the model gives the Wolves 4.2 points. So because the sportsbook actually gives the Wolves 4.5 points, the model would pick the Timberwolves at plus 4.5. Now, the model thinks the Cavaliers at home are 7.8 points better than the Magic, and the sportsbooks right now have the Cavaliers at minus 3.5, so the model would actually pick the Cavaliers at minus 3.5. Neither one of those I'm going to touch, though, as far as my best bets. But down here on Monday, the Knicks at home against the Pacers. The Knicks are 6.9-point favorites, according to the model, and the sportsbooks have it at 6-point favorites. Now, this is not 1995. This is not Reggie Miller versus the Knicks. You can still say this is the Hicks versus the Knicks if you want to, but completely different teams with completely different identities. And I'm a little bit concerned that the Pacers are not going to be able to stop the Knicks from scoring. So because of that, I think the Knicks will cover the spread here. And then Monday night, the Thunder versus the Mavs. Now, the Thunder, according to the model, are 11.8-point favorites. And we saw in that spreadsheet that they actually have beaten the Mavs. Now, in a couple of those games, Luka was out and then Kyrie was out, so it wasn't really indicative of what we might see this Monday night. But I do think because the Thunder are so strong at home, especially on their defense, that they're going to cover this 3-point spread. So my best bets are Knicks -6 and the Thunder -3. Hope you enjoyed this video and got some value from it. Looking forward to these games. See you in the next video.